Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful 2024 so far. I already feel like this is going to be such an awesome year and I'm really excited for it, so I hope you are too. Today's video is just going to be very chill and relaxed. I just wanted to sit down and talk about some of the books that I'm excited to read this year. Not all of these are new releases, they're just maybe new to me, as in I haven't read them before, but we do have a couple of new releases in there as well. So, without further ado, grab your beverage of choice. I literally just spilled mine before I started recording this. But hopefully you haven't, so yeah, grab your beverage of choice and let's get into it. So the first book that I want to talk about, I am so excited to read, and it actually came out last year, it came out in November, and that is The Temple of Fortuna by Elodie Harper. Now, The Temple of Fortuna is the third instalment in the Wolf Den trilogy, and if you've been on my channel for any amount of time, you'll probably know I'm obsessed with the Wolf Den. So we have the Wolf Den and we have, what was the middle one? The House with the Golden Door. So I've read both of those, and the third one we're getting is The Temple of Fortuna. Now, the Wolf Den is set in ancient Pompeii, and we follow the life of specifically our main character, Amara. She was a doctor's daughter, but she was sold into slavery, bought over by a horrible man called Felix, and she ended up becoming a prostitute in the brothel that's known as the Wolf Den. So the themes in this trilogy are found family, female oppression, but also female empowerment, power struggles, and just relationships in general. There is a bit of romance in there. So there's a lot going on, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I think they're so well written. I just love them. So let me get up a little synopsis for The Temple of Fortuna. So I'm going to read a little synopsis on The Temple of Fortuna. This is from the Waterstones website. So it says, Harper's scintillating Wolf Den trilogy reaches its explosive conclusion as Amara's inexorable rise through Roman society coincides with the notorious eruption of Mount Vesuvius. So I think we're going to get a lot of drama in this one. It goes on to say, Amara's journey has taken her far, from a lowly slave in Pompey's brothel to a high-powered courtesan in Rome. She's now a freed woman with wealth and influence, yet she's still drawn back to her past, to the streets that once claimed her and the friends, lovers and rivals who helped shape her. I think I'm going to leave it at that because I don't actually want to read anymore, but yeah, that synopsis just has me like, oh, this is going to be an exciting, dramatic climax to this trilogy. So let me know if you've read the Wolf Den trilogy. Don't give me any spoilers for this last one. It came out in November and I was going to get it in November, and I was like, do you know what? These books just feel like summer books to me. I want to like wait till the spring summer to read this last one. So it's been really difficult, not gonna lie, because I've seen people like that've been reading it, but I'm holding off until hopefully like at least May time, and then I'll try and pick it up. I think the paperback copy comes out in May, and I'd like to get the paperback copy because my first two copies are paperback. It's only the hardback that's out right now, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna exercise self-control, and I'm gonna get the paperback when that comes out. So the next book that I'm excited to read is not a new one by any stretch of the imagination, but it's new to me, and that is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Now, I picked up this gorgeous copy of Jane Eyre in TK Maxx of all places. It was $6.99. Yep, $6.99, and it's the Cranford collection, one of the Cranford collection, and it's absolutely beautiful. Like, the cover is so intricate. There's the receipt in there as well. And there's like all these like little illustrations in it, like even around the writing and stuff. Oh, that's the receipt gone. There's illustrations. It just looks absolutely beautiful. I've been interested to read Jane Eyre for a while, so let me get up the synopsis for that and we'll see what it's all about. So it says, Jane Eyre is a novel written by Charlotte Bronte in 1847. The novel follows the story of Jane, a seemingly plain and simple girl, as she battles through life's struggles. Jane has many obstacles in her life: her cruel and abusive Aunt Reeds, the grim conditions at Lowood School, her love for Rochester, and Rochester's marriage to Bertha. So it seems like there's a lot going on. I also don't know if I'm wrong about this, but I seem to think that Jane Eyre was like a Gothic novel. So I seem to think it was quite dark. I've never read anything from the Bronte sisters. I started reading Wuthering Heights. I think that one's by Emily Bronte, and I couldn't quite get into it. And someone recommended Jane Eyre to me, so I'm going to give it a go. I mean, I got a beautiful copy of it, so I'm going to have to read it. So the next book I'm excited to read in 2024 is called All the Broken Places by John Boyne. Now, John Boyne was the author who wrote The Boy in Striped Pyjamas, which I read a good few years ago now, and I've seen the film. Absolutely heart-wrenching, beautiful, sad, like just a gorgeous, gorgeous book. So this is another book from him. It says, from the New York Times bestselling author John Boyne, a devastating, beautiful story about a woman who must confront the sins of her own terrible past and a present in which it is never too late for bravery. So it seems like the main character is an older lady called Gretel Fernsby. She's 91 years old and she's lived in the same well-to-do mansion block in London for decades. She lives a quiet, comfortable life despite her deeply disturbing, dark past. She doesn't talk about her escape from Nazi Germany at age 12. She doesn't talk about the grim post-war years in France with her mother. And most of all, she doesn't talk about her father, who was the commandant of one of the Reich's most notorious extermination camps. So I think this is going to be a good historical fiction novel. Apart from The Wolf Den, I've not really read a lot of historical fiction. I went through a phase of reading so many books based on like Nazi Germany. Like I read The Boy in Striped Pyjamas, I read The Book Thief, and I read All the Light We Cannot See, like quite soon after one another. So I went through like a real phase of hyperfixating on that, but I've not read anything like that in a long, long time. By the way, side note, if you haven't watched the Netflix adaptation of All the Light We Cannot See, do yourself a favour and watch it because it is absolutely beautiful. You will cry, so keep your hankies nearby. I mean, I lost count of how many times I cried, but oh my goodness, it is stunning. If you like the book, you'll love it. It's such a good adaptation. Just go watch it. Okay, so last but not least, a book that I am super excited for, and it's a new release coming out in June 2024, and it is The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley. I've said in the previous video, I would read anything this author writes. Anything. I'd read her shopping list. I'm obsessed with her. I think she's amazing, right? So if you don't know, Lucy Foley wrote The Paris Apartment, The Hunting Party, and The Guest List, all of which have been bestsellers, and I have no doubt that Midnight Feast will be the same. So let's get up a little summary of The Midnight Feast. It's from Waterstones, and they say, the best-selling author of our former thrillers of the month, The Hunting Party and The Guest List, serves up another champagne-fueled murder mystery as a midsummer party at an age-old manor house on the Dorset coast turns deadly. Oh my goodness. Give it to me now. Give it to me yesterday. It says, guests gather for the opening of the Manor Hotel, the new jewel on the Dorset coastline. The champagne is flowing, the guest list is sparkling, the sun is setting on an unforgettable summer solstice. But under the cloak of celebration, something dark is stirring. The manor has a secret history built into the shadows of an ancient wood. Now old friends and enemies are creeping out of the shadows, and soon they'll discover what other deadly secrets come out at night. Oh my goodness. Does that not sound like the best thing ever? I'm so obsessed with her. I can't wait to read this book. So yeah, that is the 4 books that I am super excited to read in 2024. Please comment below if you've read any of them or if you're excited to read them after hearing me talk about them. And please also let me know what other types of videos you want to see on my channel. Obviously most of my stuff is book and spirituality related, so if there's anything within those niches that you want me to talk about more or styles of videos you want me to try in 2024, then please let me know because I'm definitely open to it. But as always, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!